the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Pass interference. Defense.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check. You not a pool. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Falcons in possession of the football as we rejoin the action in the first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Chapman, and this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown. 11
touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ali. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 8. Throwing is Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down to the sack.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll run on 1st down. Chapman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Simpson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
A big play there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On 1st down, it's Chapman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, is car race, motorcycle race. plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Washington offense back out there. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Now a second down at 6. Jackson now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. On third down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Here we go.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 21-0 our score after one. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. He'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Out is the run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Washington offense going back to work. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Here's Jackson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chapman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Simpson.
Let's go, fellas.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hughes. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons open the lead up to 34-0. Bass on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
We got it all day up in here. We got it all day.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Caught here by Griffin. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. On 2nd down now, it's Chapman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas.
yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jackson. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is Simpson with a catch. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. from the right hash here. Should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute. But first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Alvin Kamara, 75 yards on the ground. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Tyreek Hill, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Titans. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Trucks over him. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And the deep ball has been his friend, Mr. Davis, and to the tune of the lead right now.
And isn't it fun to watch? I mean, I don't care which side you're for. I don't know who you're rooting for, but
don't
to
be
see
biased.
that, listen, I'm trying my best to stay neutral, but that is a pretty play. It's similar to going and watching batting practice with a home run hitter, a big-time player, and you just see it happen time and again, and that's what we're seeing in this game.
He is rocking and rolling, so are they. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, it's Chapman, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hughes. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down now, it's Chapman, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Face mask. Defense.
What was that, man?
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons add on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down. It's Chapman, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hughes. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
Let's go. 47's the mic, boys. 47.
They'll look to throw again.
Let's go. Big series right here.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Back to throw here. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. Second down. 2nd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Pass on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
Derek Brown. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches. When they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man on the out route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Chapman. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Simpson reels it in over the middle.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Second and 11 now.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Mike 9.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd down now. It's Chapman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 29, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. we get another look at Washington on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. To throw is Jackson. Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Jackson.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Washington going to send out their punter
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards.
And the Falcons are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Buchanan. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Again, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ali. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down. It's Chapman, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Chapman, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, it's Chapman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.